Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So, on this episode of Gundamentals, we're going to be going over the differences of semi-auto pistols. There's three main types, but before we go into that, I just want to remind you guys to subscribe and like the video. And also, if you want to support us, go check out our apparel site. We sell different kinds of merch, we have military surplus, and at the end of the video, I'm going to show you one of our new designs that we got. Alright, so now we're going to dive deep into the three main types of semi-auto handguns. First one being single action only. Second one being single action / double action, and striker fire being the last one. And we'll go over the main difference between all of them as well. So the first one we're gonna go over is single action only. So what we have here is a 1911 pistol, which is very common, very copied and cloned. Some other ones that kind of compare to this are the Browning High Power, and also there's like the different kinds of 2011s out there, like Staccato and so on and so forth. But before I go into this, to make sure it's clear, no ammo in the magazine, and nothing in the chamber, so we are cleared. So basically the only function of this is, as I said before, single action only. It has a hammer. Single action of the trigger is to drop the hammer. So that's the main thing of this. Now a lot of these also have the safety grip, so you actually have to be gripping it on the safety for it to actually function as a safety. And they also usually have a safety on here, but it only activates when the hammer is cocked. And that's how that goes. Alright, so now the next one we're going to go into is the single action, double action pistol. This one we have a Beretta 92. There are a few different other ones as well, which I'll be listing here in the corner. So basically the main function of this is you can do it as single action and double action. As I said before, I'm going to check to make sure it's clear, nothing in the mag. And the chamber is clear on this gun. Now you see the hammer is cocked, so this is actually in single action mode. So if you see here, I'm going to pull the trigger. One single function of the trigger. Now another thing with this is it's going to be a heavier, longer trigger press, and that's that double action. Now another feature that's the difference between this and a single action only pistol like the 1911 here is when the hammer is cocked, you can actually safely put on a safety and it decocks it. It puts a plate in front of the firing pin here and it doesn't go off, and the safety is also engaged. So if you want to reholster it, that is a very nice safety feature of this. Also, one plus with this is if there is a round in the chamber, this little piece up here will pop up and that'll show you that it is cocked and ready to shoot. So our third and last option for a semi-auto handgun is striker fire, and that basically means there is no external hammer to operate the mechanism to let a round go off basically. So this right here is a Glock 43X, which is what I generally carry most of the time. Now, the difference between this and the other ones, as I said before, it does not have a hammer. Everything happens internally. And just before we demonstrate anything, checking that it is clear, nothing in the magazine, and nothing in the chamber. So basically the firing pin internally in the slide is under spring tension. And once you pull the trigger, which most striker fire pistols have a third trigger fin here in the middle as their quote unquote safety. Some of them have external ones, some of them don't. Glocks, all of them, if not the majority of them, don't have safeties on them. Then there's ones like Smith & Wessons that do, and everything Springfield, and with and without options. So basically, under spring tension, you have a connector from the trigger to the spring-loaded, spring-tensioned firing pin, and that's it. So that's a lot safer, so you don't have any sort of hammer catching on any sort of clothes if you're going to be concealed carrying inside the waistband or anything like that. So these are really good for a lot of people because they are pretty simple to clean, pretty easy to use. If you have enough training with the rest of these other ones, they can be pretty simple and easy for you to use as well. But in my personal opinion, I recommend using these because nothing can really get caught. Now obviously I have an Opticon here, so that could get caught, but other than that, those are the three main types of semi-auto pistols. A few extra little tidbits about all of these guns is there's a lot of different shapes and sizes, and also the different calibers that they can be chambered in. With a lot of the 1911s, they can be in 45 ACP and 10 millimeter, and then with the 2011 styles, a lot of those are in 9 mil. With a lot of the 1911 styles are single stack magazines, 2011s are more the double stacks for more ammo capacity. There are some that are single stack for a lot of those states like Jersey and New York, California, that you can't have more than 10 rounds. And same with the striker fire pistols like the Glocks and everything. You have compact sizes, you have subcompact, you have full size, all that. So there's a lot of different variety with a lot of these guns. But like I said, these three main semi-auto pistols are a majority of handguns besides revolvers. So other than that, guys, again, make sure you subscribe and like the video, and check out our apparel page and our new design. We have our Mythic Supply Co design. So that'll be on our site starting when this video uploads. So other than that, guys, see you in the next video.